And Vikings game plan officially is underway into the Atlanta Falcons regular season opener. Very happy to be joined by our offensive coordinator, Kevin Stefanski. He's been with the team for a decade and a half. This is his first season as full-time offensive coordinator, calling games from the sidelines, which I know you did 3 times last year. Team went 2-1, and you've done it in the preseason. But how much fun is that?
I don't know how much fun it is in the moment, Paul. It's fun looking back on it and some of the plays that work, but in the moment, I'm so wrapped up in what's going on, and I'm trying to have clarity in my thoughts. So when I'm doing it, man, I got so much stuff racing through my mind. And but after the fact, and you sit back and you say, that call there, we scored a touchdown. That's the fun part.
Is it stressful?
I wouldn't say stressful. You know, I feel so confident because I have, number one, good players, and then number two, I got some great coaches around me. So,
yeah,
you know, the stress in this business is putting the game plan together on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then the fun in this business is letting it all fly on Sunday.
You, Kevin, you have a lot of weapons here, as we have learned at Vikings game plan. What are some impressive facets of the passing game?
I think what's fun about our system, fun about our makeup of a roster is we can be multiple because we have a bunch of good players at a variety of positions. So we're not heavy at the wide receiver position or at the tight end position or at the halfback position or running back, I should say. We kind of have it a nice spread out group that we feel that each one of those guys can attack the defense in a different way. So for us, we've used the term, and it's true, we want to be multiple. So on game day, the defense can't get a handle on a specific personnel group that we're featuring. So in the pass game, I just feel so confident having the guys that we have on the outside, the guys that we have on the inside, and then being able to move each of those pieces around in the pass game.
Now, Kevin's right-hand man is super well-respected, Gary Kubiak. He won Super Bowl 50 as head coach of the Denver Broncos. In all, as a player and or a coach, he's been to 7 Super Bowls, and he's won 4. So having Gary for the entire offseason, here we are, regular season opener on the horizon. Just take a look back at how he has amplified what you want to do.
Well, I love that word, amplified, because it couldn't be more true to what he's done and what he's meant to me, what he's meant to our offense. So we've put the scheme together, we feel good about it, but having Gary right by my side as we do this thing is just, again, it gives me confidence to be able to do it. Specifically, Gary played the position of quarterback, he's coached the position of quarterback, and as you mentioned, he's called plays in Super Bowls. So the effect, the imprint that he's had on that quarterback room, I think, is really, really special. And then on top of that, from what we do schematically, you know, we're wearing him out. He's his yellow legal pad is, I mean, there's pages just flying off that thing in my direction. So we're getting everything out of the guy. Again, couldn't be more thrilled that he's here doing it with us.
Well, we're not privy to your private conversations, so let me approach it this way. Like, say with the games you're calling in the preseason, say there are certain situations you've put a call in. Like after the game or up to the next game, will you guys ever have a conversation where he may be like, hey, Kevin, next time we may consider this, you know?
Absolutely. And I think that's where I'm so fortunate to have someone in that position. And I can get instant feedback from him. We can sit down post-game and say how the game unfolded, what did you like, what didn't you like. And he's the ultimate fly on the wall for me. And again, he's up there in the booth, so he's got a great visual up there for me and can see the defense, can kind of see what's going on. So it's just, I can't say enough how big an impact he's had on me as a coach, and then I really think on our offense as a whole.
The Vikings beat the Falcons in 2017, 14-9. They have not seen Dalvin Cook. What are some facets of Dalvin's game you really appreciate?
Wow, where do you start? I think we've seen in this training camp and in the preseason, the kid is physically gifted. His foot speed, the way he breaks tackles, the way he catches the ball. So that's the things that we see as coaches, maybe that everybody else doesn't see, is how diligent this guy is. He works so hard. I wish everybody could see that kid practice day in and day out. And he's not alone. I would say that about a bunch of guys on our group, but that kid has developed into a leader, and I think we're all excited to see what he brings to the table this year.
Rookie center Garrett, Bradbury, 18th overall pick in the draft. He makes his regular season debut. Hey, Grady Jarrett, nice to meet you. So, I mean, you're starting off with a very tough, fast defense, I would imagine. How has Garrett progressed?
Sometimes you forget he's a rookie. I mean, he's out there and he's playing good football, and your eyes are going to this side of the screen or this side of the screen, and you say, oh yeah, that guy's first year out of NC State, and we're asking him to do so much. We're asking him mentally to do so much, and I try not to take it for granted, and we remind ourselves, and as we put this thing together, to not go too fast with a young player like that. But every challenge that we've thrown his way, he's aced. So I'm just excited to see him start this Sunday versus the Falcons.
Lastly, on the Atlanta Falcons, you know, they experienced and sustained some significant defensive injuries last year, including Grady Jarrett for a patch of games, kind of to the meat, right up the middle of their defense. Their defense overall, from what you know, into the first regular season game, what's imposing about it?
How much time do I have? I mean, it's impressive. I think it's a great scheme. I think they have great players at every level of the defense, and I think they have really good coaches. I got a ton of respect for Coach Quinn and what he does, and now he's back calling the defense, which he did for the Seahawks there, and had a ton of success. So, I mean, you start with Grady Jarrett on that first level of the defense, really special player, combination of size, athleticism, power. Going to that back end, I mean, they have linebackers that can run. Vic Beasley can rush the passer, but, I mean, a speed outfit. And then in the secondary, you got Keanu Neal coming off an injury, but he's a special player. So they get some guys back off of injury, and I think it's an imposing group from front to back. Trufant's a really good corner. So there's no part of this defense where you say, all right, we feel good about this. We really, for us, we got to come ready to work, because there's going to be no easy out at all in this defense.